This is Glenn Rice with Clearview Sewer Cams. We're located at 3321 West 27th Street, Los Angeles, California, 90018. We're performing a video waste and sewer line inspection through a 4-inch ABS waste line cleanout located on the right-hand side of the house, just along the driveway. And this goes out towards the front of our property here. This goes out towards the rear of our property. And just along the driveway on the left-hand side of the driveway, but it's on the right-hand side of the house, there's a 4-inch ABS waistline clean out just located just below the window. So we're going to go ahead and zero out our camera monitor here, and we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. And again, what we'll do is we'll just push out, take a good look. It does appear to be black ABS waistline. We'll continue to push out. Again, we are in black ABS waistline. All the black ABS waistline thus far all appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. What we'll do is we'll continue to push out. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to pause here for a moment and locate this area. We're having a little bit of a difficult time getting past this point. It does appear that we are holding water. So again, we're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, we went ahead and located this area. We are just on the right-hand side of the front porch and the lava rocks, and we did place a red flag in this area. As you can see, we are transitioning to what appears to be, looks like vitreous clay, but we are holding water. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pause our mic here. We're going to try to jump up and over this area. So we're going to pause our mic here for a moment. Okay, again, it does appear that we are holding some water in this area. We're having a difficult time getting up and over this area. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to pull back. And as we pull back, we're going to put a skid ball on our camera head, and just to try to run some water and to help us hopefully lift our camera up, and that we can jump up and over with whatever is holding us back. So again, we're going to pause our mic here for a moment. Okay, I went ahead and located this area, and we did end up locating the line. It was kind of bouncing around up at the front of the house, and we were able to locate a 4-inch mainline sewer clean out on the left-hand side of the house underneath the lava rock and the mesh. So we did open up that area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull back. We're going to relocate ourselves to that area. And as you can see here, we are holding some water in this area. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And as we pull back, we transition back into our black ABS waistline. And all our black ABS waistline thus far all appear to be in fair and maintainable condition. But as we transition to our sewer, we did have some sort of a blockage, which we're holding back some water. And so again, we're just going to go ahead and pull up and out. And what we'll do is we'll pause our mic here in our video, and we'll relocate ourselves to, again, the left-hand side of the house. So we're going to pause here. Okay, we went ahead and relocated ourselves to a 4-inch mainline sewer cleanout located on the left-hand side of the house. And it was buried underneath the lava rock in the black mesh. And this goes out towards the front of our property here. This goes towards the rear of the property. And we're just going to go ahead and zero out our camera monitor here at the top of the clean out. And what we're going to do is we're just going to pause our mic for a moment and push through. We are holding water, so we're just going to try to get past the point where we got held up before, see if we can get past that point. So we're just going to pause our mic here. Again, as we attempt to push out, we are just at a complete stoppage at this point. So again, what we're going to do is we're just going to pull back, and we do recommend that the line be hydrojetted and possibly re-inspected. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pull back. Okay, again, we did attempt to push a little bit more, and we were able to poke whatever was the blockage. We were able to poke it, and we got it to start to drain. So what we're going to do is we're just going to try to push out and follow this all the way out and hopefully reach our city sewer tie-in. And again, it does appear to be possibly a large root intrusion. So again, we're just gonna pause our mic here and continue to push out. Okay, we went ahead and pushed all the way out into our city sewer tie-in. We're going to push in just a little bit. You can see that this is our city sewer tie-in here. There's water flowing beneath us. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to locate this area. So we're going to pause here. Okay, again, as I mentioned, we went ahead and pushed all the way out into our city sewer tie-in. We did have a little bit of a difficult time getting out. We did have a large root intrusion, and luckily we kept kind of pecking at it jabbing the camera at it, and we were able to penetrate a small hole, drain some of the water. We utilized that rush of water to help us push through. So again, we did push all the way out to our city sewer tie-in. So again, we did mark this area, located and marked this area at approximately 7 foot 3 inches deep, and it's just in front of the house, approximately about 4 feet from the curb. So again, we're going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And again, as we pull back, we're going to pull back slowly, take a good look at our saddle. We're going to push back in a little bit. So it does appear that we do have a crack in that joint there, and that's just as soon as we pull back from our saddle, you can see in that joint there we have a crack going from about the 6 o'clock going all the way up and around. So it's a full diameter crack. So again, we're going to pull back slowly, and as we pull back, just take a good look at the joints as we pull back and try to take a good look at the overall condition of the vitreous clay. Again, we continue to pull back, and again, we're going to have the next joint there. A little bit of an offset there, but again, continue to pull back. A little bit of offset, nothing major. Coming up to the next joint there, that joint appears to be in fair condition. A little minor offset, nothing major. And that joint appeared to be in fair condition. And again, that joint appears to be in fair condition. You got a little bit of an offset there from about the 9 o'clock going all the way up and around to about the 3 o'clock area. So again, we'll continue to pull back. And again, that joint appears to be in fair condition. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. Again, that joint appears to be in fair condition. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. Again, we're going to push in just a little bit. It does appear that we're transitioning back into our 4-inch vitreous clay. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to locate this area. This is our 4 to 6 transition. So we're going to pause here. Okay, we went ahead and located this area, and we are on the front left-hand corner of the property next to the sidewalk, and we did mark it with the red flag at 4 foot 7 inches deep. And again, this is our 4 to 6 transition. So again, we're going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And that joint appeared to be in fair condition. We'll push in just a little bit. Very difficult to tell, but it does appear possibly to be a crack, but it could be the casting of the vitreous clay as well, leaving that ring there. So again, we're going to go ahead and continue to pull back. Again, when we get to the office, we can take a really good look. And that joint appeared to be in fair condition. You got a little bit of concrete overpour in that joint there, as you can see right around the 5 o'clock area. We'll pull back slowly, coming up on our next joint. And that joint there, we got an offset from about the 9 o'clock going all the way up and around to about the 3 o'clock. So again, we'll continue to pull back. And that joint appeared to be in fair condition. We'll push in just a little bit. Again, very difficult to tell, but you can see that there does appear to be what appears to be a crack, but could again as well be the casting in the vitreous clay sewer pipe. So again, once we get back to the office, we could take a good look. So again, we'll continue to pull back, and that joint appeared to be in fair condition. And we'll pull back, and that joint appeared to be in fair condition. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. Again, that joint appears to be in fair condition. Again, as we pull back, we do, again, a little bit of an offset in that joint there from about the 11 o'clock going all the way up and around to about the 3 o'clock area. So again, we'll continue to pull back. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. And push in just a little bit. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. Again, a little bit of an offset in that joint there, but nothing major. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. Continue to pull back. And as we pull back, a little bit of an offset there from about the 3 o'clock going up until about the 9 o'clock area. We're pulling up. And again, a little bit of offset in that joint there from about the 6 o'clock going up to about the 11 o'clock area. And push in just a little bit. Again, that joint appeared to be in fair condition. A little bit of debris, a little bit of buildup there around the sides, sticking on the side. So again, we'll just continue to pull back. And again, a little concrete overpour in that joint there. We'll continue to pull back. And as we pull back, you can see that we do have a root intrusion in this area. So this area here is where we've been holding the water. So again, we'll just continue to pull back. We're not going to really see much because we are holding water, but it does appear to be a root intrusion or some sort of penetration. They did have some bougainvilleas on the fence along the side here, and as we pull back, we'll push in just a little bit. It does appear that we do have a break in that joint there. So again, we'll continue to pull back. This is just right in front of our mainline clean out. Again, some root intrusion in that joint there. Making a little bit of a turn, heading up towards our clean out. We got some more root intrusion, and again, you can see in this area here quite a bit of debris. Very difficult to tell, but it did appear to be a piece of plastic, possibly in some debris. So as we pull back, you can see there. We pull back slowly. You can see there's a piece of. There's a rag there. We're going to push in just a little bit. And just in front of it right there, you can see that there's what appears to be a large piece of plastic. So maybe a cap or something from one of the fittings. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, again, as I mentioned, we did have what appeared to be a rag and possibly a test cap there that they got into the line, and it was backing up the line. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And again, as we pull back, we had some root intrusions. So again, this line would need to be hydrojetted and possibly re-inspected in order to get all the root intrusions and possibly wash that test cap all the way out into our city sewer tie-in. And again, we transition back into a short piece of black ABS sewer pipe, and then we come up and out of our clean out. And that will conclude our video waste and sewer line inspection.